Hello everyone, today I will explain 5 CCNA questions to you. First, let's look at the first question. Alright, the first question asks, what are the benefits of using this public cloud resource for external users? What are the benefits for external users? Then, these 4 benefits are, the first one says through dedicated wide area network implementation. This is not very accurate. This is not very accurate. Then the option B is actually completely wrong, as it says it's fully hosted on a physical network, that is, on physical servers. Actually, this is not entirely wrong. In the cloud, called the public cloud, it ultimately has to be hosted on a certain server. But the question asked is not very accurate, so this is incorrect. Then option C is about accessing through the internet, which is correct, right? If you are hosted in the cloud, you definitely need to access it through the internet, that is, through a wide area network. As for option D, it is actually wrong as well, stating that users are located in the same data center. This is basically nonsense, so the correct answer is C. Option D is not relevant at all, so choose C. Okay, choose C. Now, for the second question. The second question seems to be about subnetting. Zhao mentioned it's a bit long. He said the engineer must update something, update the configuration of 2 PCs located in different subnets to enable communication between them. It's too long, so I won't read it all. It mainly talks about making these 2 subnets, communicate with each other, and what kind of source code to configure for them. Actually, both of these are 25-bit source codes. Now let's look at this. On the left, as you can see, its network number is 192.168.25.0, and its broadcast address is 192.68.25.127. So for example, from 0 to 127, it doesn't include 128 at all, right? In this case, therefore they cannot communicate, so you must configure it with a 24-bit one. A source code can communicate. So for this question, choose C. Let's look at the correct answer. Choose C. Okay, third question. The third question says this. This is quite simple. What are the key functions provided by the data plane? So what is the function of the data plane? It's data forwarding, just forwarding data to the next hop, so only choose D. No need to look at the others. Let's look at the correct answer. Choose D. Okay, fourth question. The fourth question is about when the engineer uses this kind of question. This kind of question actually appears many times. It is the fusion core structure. We have already talked about this fusion core structure several times before. This core and distribution, and then this access. Right? And then below is this terminal. The meaning of an integrated core is to merge the core and aggregation into one device, merge them into one device. And why is that? Because we don't have money, right? Either we don't have money or our demand is relatively small. One reason is to save costs. The second reason is not really about lacking money, but because my network is inherently very small and I don't have much traffic to send out. So there's no need to divide it like a campus network. Therefore, deploying just one device is sufficient. This means just deploying one core is enough. There's no need for aggregation, hence the integrated core. Based on this reason, the choice is B, because the network is very small. All right, let's look at the correct answer. Choose B. Okay, question 5. For question 5, the diagram is actually quite verbose. But the point is that we need to assign these 3 hosts to the same subnet. And we also need to reserve 30 subnets. So how can we achieve this? This means that the smaller the subnet, the better, right? We say 24 bits, for example. If it's 24 bits, it only has one subnet, right? One subnet. Then let's look at the options here. This 265 here is wrong. It's definitely wrong, so let's eliminate it first. There's no such number as 265. Then forget it. Let's assume it's 255, written incorrectly as 255. All right, then let's see. They're all 255. So it must be expanding from the smallest, from 24 bits to the right, right? Then expand to 25 bits. With 25 bits, there are 2 subnets. With 26 bits, there are 4 subnets. With 27 bits, there are 8 subnets. And with 28 bits, there are 16 subnets. So with 28 bits, there are already 16 subnets. And what about 29 bits? There are 32 subnets, and with 32 subnets, we use 1 here. So subtract 1, leaving 31 subnets, which meets this condition, right? Then we assign it a 29-bit. Which one is 29 bits? 29 bits is 248. Right? So for this question, choose B. Choose B. Okay, submit. All right, if anyone wants to learn Cisco technology or obtain Cisco question banks, please send me a private message, or you can leave a comment below the video for technical exchanges.